Hello everyone, I'm Eric of the Dragon's Dungeon, and welcome to the final part of Let's Play the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, if you roll here, which I'm able to do twice, by the way, just gonna get a little bit of momentum, and booyah! Invincibility monitor and 3 ring boxes, just in case you didn't get the Chaos Emeralds already. But now we're in Starlight Zone, a very short level in comparison to its predecessors. At the very least, it's incredibly short in comparison to at least Labyrinth Zone, because I mean, Labyrinth Zone can be a bit of a drag. Like I said in the last part, I don't have much of a problem with it, but I do admit it's kind of a weak spot for Sonic 1. A lot of things are a weak spot for Sonic 1. For example, something I didn't mention, at least I believe I didn't mention, is that there is no spin dash in this game. Which kind of makes momentum a bit too... what's the word I'm looking for? Clunky? But another thing they decided to do was because you can't have Sonic going too fast, was that they actually put a speed cap on Sonic. Yes, you heard that right. The Hedgehog that's supposed to be all about going fast had a speed cap. He had a speed limit that he needed to obey. Oh, wow, professional. If that cough came on the mic, I'm sorry. Don't know what's going on. But yeah, as you can see, we beat that act in a minute and a half. I'd still be halfway through an act in Labyrinth Zone, maybe in Spring Yarn Zone by that point. So yeah. This part is a little bit shorter than the others, mostly because we're just going through stages since I got all the Chaos Emeralds. And trust me, it's not going to be a very... trust me, Sonic 1's not a very long game anyway. I mean, this is already the final part, we're on the last 2 zones. So, yeah. After this is Sonic 2, got a guest commentator already ready to go for that game, and then after that is Sonic 3. So, I forgot to mention something about Sonic 2 that I'm planning to do. I'm not going to guarantee that I get all the Chaos Emeralds. I will try my damnness, but I can't 100% guarantee because honestly it's all dependent on whether or not Special Stage 7 wants to fuck with me or not. Or at the very least, Special Stage 5. I don't know, it's one or the other that usually get me. At least, they've gotten me in the iOS version, but why do I keep bringing up the iOS version of these games? It's probably because they're better than the original, honestly. With touch controls aside. Motion controls? God, imagine playing Sonic with a motion controller. Ugh. That would not be fun. Anyway, look at all the bombs. And these seesaws. You better understand how they work, because that's the gimmick of the boss. Unless you're playing Sonic Genesis, because, you know, you just don't... Who cares about challenging boss fights when you can just jump up and hit Robotnik? But yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Man. Note to future me, put a surprise motherfucker at that one spike ball, with that spike thing. Because that is clearly a surprise moment. Anyway, moving on to the bombs, moving past the bombs. Also, the only other appearance of fire in this game, and I also don't know how you can avoid getting hit without being incredibly patient. I'm not patient. Anyway, here we are at the boss. And I'm gonna drop some spiked balls. You gotta either bounce up or launch. You have to either bounce up or launch these spike balls towards him. Quora demonstrata. At least I believe that's how this phrase goes. But yeah, it's fairly easy to get this guy in a pattern. Get this boss in a pattern. You just gotta not suck at it. Like I'm doing right now. Well, no, I'm doing pretty good right now. And that's it for this boss fight. Yeah. Starlight Zone, an incredibly short zone in comparison to Well, really? Almost all but Green Hill Zone. I mean, we're already 5 minutes in, and we're on the last zone of the game. Scrap Brain Zone. The final world that Sonic travels through in this game. And it's treacherous. It's not going to pull any punches. Yeah. Yeah, pro tip, just don't be a careless idiot. Roll down those hills. That way you're not potentially getting crushed. But as far as battle zones go, it's definitely a bitch. Because you got fire that sprouts from nowhere, the lovely return of Caterpillars, my favorite badnik, crushing blocks, and tight corridors. And just plenty of uncomfortable circumstances that, honest to God, make this zone a complete slog to get through. Oh yeah, and random saws. Anyway, yeah, just stand right there for the bombs. Don't even need to duck. And whoa, what wonky movement! And my only death in the playthrough. There we go. So yeah, not going on the bottom pathway this time. I'm actually impressed with myself for only dying once in this playthrough. I mean, granted, I hated myself for even dying at all. Are you kidding? This is the most basic of platforms. Okay, wow, you can't even do that right. Wow. Guess we're not seeing the top path in this playthrough. But, yeah. It's not exactly the worst zone out there. It's my least favorite zone in this game, but there are definitely worse levels that Sonic has to deal with in other games. You know, like Oil Ocean in Sonic 2, Sandopolis in Sonic & Knuckles, every stage in Sonic Labyrinth. Oh, wow, I cannot just avoid insulting Sonic Labyrinth. It's probably because I hate that game so much. Anyway, disappearing, reappearing blocks, because everybody loved that in Mega Man. Anyway, yeah, those platforms move a bit too fast for my liking. Anyway, the time is just right, and no, fail. At least these were able to catch my fall. Definitely better than how Sonic Rush liked to handle that platforming sections like that. So yeah, I have been playing Sonic Rush recently. Got the game not this past weekend, but the weekend before at the time I was recording. And I like the game. I think the ending bits are bullshit. It's that special stage 7, you go suck a dick. And then that's par for the course for Sonic games, really. But it's okay. It's a good game. I don't hate it. But anyway, here we are in Scrap Brain's Zone Act 2. With a different background, a first for this game. And they wait until the ending act to do it. Also, if you went up there, you would have been able to find an area with a shield and a less treacherous top pathway. Of course, because I keep sucking at all the shortcuts, because I recorded myself doing this, here we are with the lower pathway. And more saw blades and fire that I could have easily avoided. Wow. But, ugh, Jesus Christ, come on, dude. Patience. I think at this point in the game I just stopped caring about whether or not I got hit because, I mean, I died already. I've proven I'm human. So why the hell not go that extra mile and just fucking let myself get hit by spikes so I can get fast and get moving? Of course, granted, I try not to get hit all the time because getting hit all the time is what costs me my rings. What? Not my rings, my life. Yeah. Always gotta love crushing blocks in game. Speaking of Sonic Rush, now I think about it, I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the bosses have instant kill maneuvers, or at least you can die. Just like they're do or die situations. I'm also not a huge fan of the pseudo final boss, mostly because I mean the game does tell you to hold. In order to attack the boss, you need to stun it by hitting its fist and climb on its arm. But I mean, I should be saving this for whenever I get to Sonic Rush. But the thing about that boss is you're supposed to hold down when it's about to shake its arm. But it was incredibly fucking finicky for me. And what's this? Wait, it's a wall. Robotnik, you fiend! Are you gonna deactivate the wall? Fuck you! Yes, here we are, and what I want to call Labyrinth Zone Act 4, otherwise known as Scrap Rain Zone Act 3. Anyway, you can go past there for a quick shortcut. Saves you a bit of time. But just literally imagine Labyrinth Zone hard enough. And I already fucked up the top pathway, so yeah. Wonderful. I love that when that happens. And poop to the head. But I'm not kidding. All of the but everything about this zone is ripped straight out of Labyrinth Zone. Except for the color scheme, because there's obviously the stone, the gray, and it's got a nice purpley color to the water. Speaking of which, would this technically be considered the precursor to the apparently Mega Mac from Chemical Plant Zone? I don't know why that's called Mega Mac as well. Because, you know, we're 90s, we're hip, we're edgy, you gotta get cool names for everything, even something as simple as water with pink food coloring. Oh man, I don't know why. I don't think I understand the purpose of jumping there, because I could have just easily probably stood. But yeah, definitely. This is definitely why it's my least favorite zone. Labyrinth Zone was already a pain in the ass to walk through. Well, just able to explore at the very least. This is just adding salt to the wound. Like, if you hated... And I remember this is the only third act that I legitimately showed off in my review. Yeah, again, I'm not proud of that review. I'm glad I'm showing the game proper justice and not just bashing it. Also, I really hate the name I gave it. Sonic 1 in the Bitchy Water Zone, I believe it was. What the fuck was my naming convention back then? And what the hell was up with that whole Dragon Piercer shtick? I mean, granted, Dragon's Dungeon, it's not so much different, but at the very least, I'm not going by some really cheap username that I made back in 2011. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I made it back in made that username back in 2011. Oh boy, slow down! Yay! Oh no, am I gonna drown? Am I gonna drown? He's going to die. Oh.
We've managed to avoid drowning.
Yeah, that's the closest I get to a second death, by the way. Also, yeah, I'm just blindsided by the spikes, it's lovely. I would like to know how I managed to avoid not dying. Oh, you know what? Another note to future me. Insert the write-in clip of you managed to avoid drowning from Metal Gear Solid 2. There. Anyway, here we're on the final zone. This final boss is a crusher. You have no rings, and no way to defend yourself. The only hope you have is that Robotnik is in the right spot. Also, yes, I am using the corner strategy because I do not care for this boss fight. It's honestly the worst of the final bosses in the Sonic series. Because at least in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, the Eggman's in a giant mech, so at the very least, he's using what he knows. Here he's just using random pistons. It's, I don't know. It's a little wonky. But same deal as before, 8 hits and he's kablooey. Fun fact though, if you manage to get a 9th hit in, his hit counter resets to 255, and you will not be able to beat this boss. I'm not even joking when I say that. It will be impossible to beat the boss after 255 hit, but after you score a 9th hit. While recording, I was thinking about showing it off, but then I thought, you know what? That would just be kind of pointless. You'd be here forever. I just want to get a move on. I still got Sonic 2 to record after this. But, yeah. It is kaput. We have defeated Robotnik. And I also found out you can die to this thing. Yeah, if you're playing at the very least, if you're playing as Tails, and you fly above him, you can actually land on him and kill yourself, because it counts as an enemy hitbox. But yeah, this is all that really changes about the Chaos Emerald in Sonic 1. You just get a majestic glowing ring and then flowers. That's it. That's all that happens. There's no point to the emeralds in Sonic 1 aside from that. But that's the end of the game. My final thoughts were that, well, as far as first games go, you can do a lot worse. I mean, just look at games like Bubsy and whatnot. I mean, it's still fun. It's still worth going back to, just to see how the series started. But if you're not a huge fan of how Sonic 1 handles, it's better off that you play Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. They do feel better in terms of gameplay. But, yeah. This is the game that defined Mario's rival in the 90s. And I think they're still technically considered rivals nowadays. Even though that's not exactly the case anymore. I mean, they co-starred in like, what, 7 different games so far? I mean, there's all the Olympic games, and then there's Smash Brothers. But, yeah. Yeah, if you were to talk to a 90s kid in the 90s about the fact that Mario and Sonic would be able to be in a video game together, you'd blow their mind. Or they'd call you a stupid liar and say that Nintendo and Sega are enemies and will forever be, and Sega shall live on, because, as we all know, fun is infinite with Sega Enterprises, according to that one creepy Sonic CD message. Yeah. Oof. This credit sequence is longer than I thought it was. But, I mean, we're already at the last clip. So, yeah. Like I said, I am getting to Sonic 2 after this. I have a guest commentator ready, along with Sonic 3 after that. So, that's it for the Sonic 1 playthrough. Join me next time for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.